So, I was actually just scrolling down what's gonna premiere for this season, and I have no idea why. It was just a spontaneous decision that I should watch this show called Tiger Mask W. Maybe it's because when I was little, I used to watch a lot of pro wrestling. It was cool. I used to watch Edge, Chris Jericho, Stone Cold, The Rock, those guys. As a young child, I thought that was real. Then I found out it wasn't. It broke my heart. So, I decided, what? I never seen an anime of pro wrestling before. Let me give it a shot. Now, I wasn't blown away from it, but I guess I kind of enjoyed it, I guess. It was enjoyable. A lot of things are very different from actual real pro wrestling. Well, not real pro wrestling, real, in quotation marks, and what is presented to us in Tiger Mask. In Tiger Mask, they are actually really hurting each other. So it's not scripted. There's no scripts. It's pretty much like a fight, but they wear costumes. The plot, it's very rapidly going. It's very fast paced. There's no clear explanation why these two people chose the roads they took. It's pretty confusing, but I guess you have to just go with the flow, just enjoy the action, even though there's very little action. But it's really very average, and it comes to no surprise since the studio that makes this anime is Toei, and we all know how shitty Toei is. If you like pro wrestling, you'll probably enjoy this. If you watch pro wrestling, hell, even if you just like over dramatic, I want to say comedy because it's not trying to be comedic, but it's funny because by how overly dramatic they get. But then again, that's pro wrestling. It's to be over dramatic. But the thing that makes it work is that they're actually hurting each other. Like in the first scene, we see this guy called Yellow Devil. I think that's his name. I guess he's gonna be the main antagonist of this whole series. He pretty much cut one of our main protagonists' face. He scarred him. For real, he scarred him. He slashed his face. All in the meanwhile, he was beating up the guy's father. It was pretty savage. Yellow Devil, Devil Yellow, whatever his name was. He was going in to kill. So I guess that's what made our two protagonists go take wrestling into a real career. And now we are very far into the future. Maybe they didn't really tell us how far. Like I said, they rushed through everything. But we reached the point where they're both pro wrestlers. They're good. But they took very different roads. One of them took the ordinary road. Work hard, you'll get to the top. The other guy took this company called GWM. It's this big monopoly that they train pro wrestlers. So it's pretty much like a cult. Once you join in, you're pretty much sucked into it and you can't escape. Our two protagonists took different roads and yet they are at the same place. Pretty interesting. I like that aspect of this anime. But will I be reviewing this anime? I do not think so, unless you guys want me to. But then again, I don't think many of you will actually watch a pro wrestling anime. So, I'll leave it at that. The first episode was enough to make me want to see the next episode because it ended off with the one of our main protagonists, the one that didn't get, slashed in the face. He ended up fighting in a main event with Yellow Devil's tag team partner who was beating up his dad years ago. So that was interesting too. He beat him up, our protagonist, and he ran away because he wasn't supposed to be there. But he passed the other protagonist, the one that did get his face cut up. So in a preview, we also see that they're gonna fight. So it's building up hype. There is hype. Strangely, there is hype. So if you like pro wrestling, you'll enjoy this. Guaranteed. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys. Have a good day or night, wherever you guys are.